moving on, another position which we are pleased and privileged tonight to have the incumbent with us, also running unopposed, our current Commissioner of Revenue. Let me introduce Mr. Joseph E. Ed Taylor of South Hill. Mr. Taylor.
Distinguished members of the Royalton Club and citizens, thank you for the invitation to your candidate forum. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Your club, gentlemen, is a vital part of this community and probably one of the most active Royaltons in Southern Virginia, so you're to be congratulated. I participated in your last candidate forum held in 2007 when I ran for the Commissioner's office. I was fortunate to be elected and have tried my best to serve the public to the best of my ability. I am unopposed in the November election, but I felt an obligation to come tonight and talk to you all and thank you again for allowing me to work for you. I'd like to share a few biographical items about myself for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. I am a lifelong member, a lifelong resident of Mecklenburg County. I was born in South Hill and have lived there all my life. I attended and graduated from our local public schools, graduated from Longwood College with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Prior to being elected commissioner, I had appraised real estate for over 20 years through outside Virginia and in Mecklenburg particularly. I was president and CEO of our local agency on aging, which serves Halifax, Mecklenburg, and Brunswick counties, and was responsible for a staff of 160 plus employees and a multi-million-dollar budget. Since taking office January 1 of 2008, I've worked with some terrific staff in our office who do an outstanding job. We try our best to provide the best service that we can, and in fact, we refer to citizens as customers, not taxpayers. I was raised in a family-owned and run business, and my father preached and drilled into us, you do what you have to try and help the customer, and that's what we try and do. The Commissioner of the Revenue's office is a constitutional office, like Clerk of the Court, Commonwealth Attorney, Treasurer, and Sheriff. While I am an elected public servant, I attempt to run my office like a business. My office is responsible for assessing the real estate and personal property in Mecklenburg County. Sandra's office collects those taxes on behalf of the county, and the boards of supervisors set the tax rates and make policies for the county. So there are clear lines of separation of responsibilities which assure that the public is served as openly and transparently as possible. Now let me share a few statistics with you. We have two of the largest and best recreational and retirement lakes in the form of Bogues Island and Gaston as there are in the United States. Along with that comes challenges. We have to go into North Carolina and come back into Virginia, in some cases, to do our job. We also have 6 incorporated towns in Mecklenburg. Most of our neighbors in Southern Virginia have 2, maybe 3. We also live in the 3rd largest geographical county in the Commonwealth of Virginia. That creates other challenges. Folks don't realize how large this county is until you start moving around in it. We have almost 34,000 parcels of real estate that must be assessed every other year. And we're blessed to have a very diverse economy. We have everything from very rural timberland to actively farmed areas that are using cutting-edge technology right here in Mecklenburg County. We have a thriving commercial and industrial area in the eastern end of the county around South Hill. And you here in Clarksville are very fortunate, not to mention your smaller businesses, but to have EDS, who now is Hewlett-Packard. Boynton and the entire county will benefit from the Microsoft facility that's being built right now. And Chase City is also taking steps to position itself for the future. So I think Mecklenburg is headed in the right direction. Let's look at a few other statistics that relate to our office. We assess and track 39 airplanes in Mecklenburg County. They vary from very small single-engine aircraft to multiple-engine jet aircraft. We have 33,600 automobiles and pickups that have to be valued every year. There are approximately 6,500 boats in the county, and there are 47 manufacturers in the county that range from very small operations to divisions of Fortune 100 companies. There are also 1,200 businesses in the county that range from very small mom and pop sole proprietorships to family-run businesses that have weathered the economic crisis we've been in for the last 3 or 4 years remarkably well. But it's because people have had their nose to the grindstone and live within their means. So, these are a few of the statistics that affect my office and our day-to-day responsibilities and activities. And in closing, I want to thank the Ruitons for this event and the invitation to be with you tonight. And while I might not have competition, I consider it a privilege to serve you as your Commissioner of the Revenue. And as long as I am the Commissioner, I'll try to operate my office in the most open, fair, and customer-friendly way that I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, and thank you particularly